Hello guys, my name is Johnny and I'm a teacher at LITE school. This is Vojta. He was studying at this school 3 years ago and we are going to make an interview. So hello Vojta.
Hello. Johnny.
Hi. Okay, so can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Of course I can. My name is Vojta Jasek. I'm 18 years old and I've been studying or I've been attending Jaroška High School, which is kind of elementary school and universal high school. And what else to say? I live in Brno and my hobbies are juggling, let's say sports in general.
What is juggling? Maybe explain that.
Okay, yeah. Juggling is a kind of hobby or a sport when you actually throw subjects into the air. For example, 3 in general, or 4 or 5. Then you just actually write the number of the subjects that you juggle with, and you're just throwing the subjects.
You can show them.
Of course I can. I'm basically this one.
Wow. Okay. Excellent. Thank you.
And I'm also a part of the Brno circus, so it's something like let's say part-time job or kind of work.
So you're working for a circus?
Yes.
Wow.
Like an artist and a teacher, juggling teacher, and maybe you can say teacher in general.
Wow. Okay. So you teach children how to juggle?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, good. And why did you start learning English?
Well, the reason is quite simple and obvious. Once I started attend high school, I had some problems with the English, so that was the main reason why I started learning English. And I didn't have any expectations which school I should choose. I only wanted to start learning English properly because in elementary school I wasn't doing it. So I actually wanted to start somehow.
Okay, and why did you choose LITE for that?
Well, it's kind of a funny story because my father had some unused lessons in LITE school.
Okay, he had some credit.
Yeah, he had some credit here. And he offered me actually to attend LITE school for this credit that he actually couldn't use himself. So he offered me this school.
And you used it.
I used it.
Okay. And did you use all the credit or you wanted more?
Oh yeah, I used all my credit. I think in like a month or maybe 2 months.
Yeah, you were fast.
Yeah, I was quite fast. And then I realized that English is a really passion for me. It's a thing I really want to do, and it's really gripping. That means a lot for me. And I actually asked my father to pay me more lessons to actually continue in my studies.
Okay, he was able to convince his parents to pay more lessons.
It wasn't that hard to actually convince my parents, because once they actually found out that that I'm enjoying the English, they had no problem to pay me.
Yeah, excellent parents. Good. Yeah. Okay, but you probably had to like it because.
Well, of course they wouldn't pay if they actually saw it is not for me.
Okay.
If it wasn't for me, they wouldn't pay.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. And did it fulfill your expectations?
Well, more than fulfill. As I said, it fulfilled like 3 times more than I actually expected it's going to fulfill. And the reason why I actually started learning English was to actually be good in English only at high school. It was over. And I didn't care about the English after my studies. But once I started learning English, it really started to be passion for me and be kind of hobby, I would say.
Yeah. Instead of going to the pub, you studied English.
Like in the first lesson of high school, it was like that. Then it turned out like I wasn't studying that hard. I actually lowered from my studies. Like I wasn't doing it for 3 hours as with the LITE school. But once it's a passion for you, you have no obstacles in your way, and you actually can learn your English more easily. And
yeah, I agree. Okay, and did the knowingness or the ability to speak English, did it open a door to some subjects which you couldn't study or couldn't do in life without knowing English?
As I said, I actually started learning English when I was 15 years old, and I had no experience with conversation, with talking to people. I was quite shy because I had some, let's say, problem in public. Like I was quite shy back in that. And once I started learning English, I actually learned how to speak to, how to actually talk to people and conversate with them. Even in Czech language, because once you can conversate in foreign language or language that is not your home language, once you know this one, it just for your Czech, if you are Czech, for your Czech language is much time like more times better and more times easier actually. So one thing was that I really learned how to conversate with people more easily. Okay. And the other thing was that I really got a good attitude how to learn things. You know that. Wow. Once you learning things only for the teachers and for the marks, that's not the same way. That's not the same situation when you actually learn for yourself. I actually realized that the English is going to be helpful in future, and that's what kept me motivated in the future for learning English, even after the LITE experience. Okay. Hey, how is it possible that a 15-year-old guy realizes this? Well, I remember myself when I was 15. I went to the pub. I knew that the knowledge generally, not only English, was important. But how did you do that? Well, were some special? Well, there are some factors. Like you really changed my thinking or changed my behavior. Let's say like this. But for example, my classmates from the school really changed the view on the world. Let's say it like that. The view on the studies and the view on the whole life. Because I actually started attending high school from quite, let's say, bad elementary school, like low educated elementary school. Okay. So the high school was a really big step forward for me, and the people there are and still are really interesting and really, let's say, they can really help you with the attitude for a lot of things. I mean, I actually started I actually found a friend of mine, which name is František, and he is really talented musician, and he showed me that the learning how to actually play some musical instrument could be more interesting than I was used to take it, because I was actually I used to play piano back in the day in the elementary school elementary school, and these people in the high school, they really they are an inspiration for me as well. So there was one factor, the people in high school, for my realizing some things. Then the LITE, definitely, because when you can conversate with the people and when you can talk like easily and without problems, that's really big factor as well. And then maybe kind of religion, because I'm Christian, maybe kind of working in the circus, because you have some responsibility for the children, maybe to live on my own, because I've been living on my own for over 3 years since I've actually started to attend high school. So these factors maybe unbelievable. It's excellent. These factors are quite changing and excellent. See how he's speaking fluently? He's like a politician. Yeah. I gave him a question and he was speaking, I don't know, 4 minutes. Excellent. But not about nothing. You answered like I teach adults usually, and the adults wouldn't give me such answers. Yes, about life. Maybe the answers are not like without mistakes, but
I don't care. I'm speaking about not the grammar. I'm speaking about the answer.
About the information.
The studying is important, and the more you study, the more successful you will be. And you haven't started working yet, and he has already learned so much.
Yes.
Excellent, and done so much. Excellent. And okay, do you have any tip for students which could help them in their studying?
Well, of course, it's not for everybody, but one big tip is to take the English and take all the language as your hobby. Just consider the English as it would be your hobby.
And what does it mean, your hobby? What should they do with it?
Like,
what did you do with it?
Well, actually, for a lot of people, the learning English in LITE or in any other language school is just to actually sit here for 1.5 hours, and then you actually get out of the school and start your normal life, and just I'm going to have another lesson tomorrow, and since then until then I'm not going to do anything. But for me it was like I actually left the school, and once I came home I was like, I'm going to prepare some meal, and then I'm going to practice something, because I was actually hungry for the knowledge. So I
hungry for the knowledge. Excellent. Remember that. Hungry for the knowledge.
Yeah. And I actually wrote a lot of sentences to actually practice even more than after the LITE, because when I actually get out of the school, I was quite motivated, because I actually spoke. I was speaking in English for a lot of time. I was like, I can do English much better than when I actually get up in the morning. Then I'm just I'm tired, so I can't speak English that properly. And I was quite motivated from the lesson, so I actually used this motivation in my future, or in the writing the sentences, because I was motivated. So I actually wrote the sentences, and then I started to speaking with my friends in English, for example, 2 sentences, just to use the words to actually even more learn the vocabulary that I was actually learning, or the grammar, and things like that. So actually,
you're saying that after the lesson, you didn't want to go to sleep. You wanted to speak more.
Yeah, I was quite hungry for English, like to do whatever I want. Like if I had the opportunity to speak, I was speaking. If there was nobody to speak to, I was actually writing the sentences and doing at least something, or listening to some videos in English. Everything helps. If you are in touch with the English, everything helps.
Okay, excellent. Wow, wonderful. Would you recommend LITE School to other people?
I would definitely recommend LITE School to everybody who wants to actually learn the English in a effective way, in a way that you will never forget the English language, even after 3 years of actually not practicing it the way you are practicing it in LITE, and to have a better, and I think not like better life, but to have such experience that you are not worried to speak anymore.
Okay, so do you think, your opinion, do you think there is somebody on this planet who cannot learn English at LITE?
Well, in LITE everything is possible.
Ah, excellent. Okay, we didn't pay him anything. Okay, good. Thank you, Vojta, for the interview. We have made an interview in Czech, but I would say if you look at both interview, your speaking is better in English.
Well, I would not say that.
You are less shy in English.
Well, yeah, I just really like the English, the Czech language. I think it's the thing that you know passively, you know it, and you don't even think about it. But the English is kind of thing that I really enjoy to speak in, let's say, because to know that I can do something that I wasn't able to do in the past is really great. And it's something that I really enjoy too.
Great. Okay, see? It's possible to learn English, and he didn't speak like that before he came here. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for being such a good student.
Thank you.
Because being a good student means only simple things. Do what the teacher says. Listen to what the teacher tells you, and ask questions, because I remember Vojta was asking still some questions, and it didn't bother me, it didn't bother anybody here. We always wanted to help him, and by the asking of questions he learned English.
He actually didn't let me learn English when I was actually tired. He actually really quickly realized that I don't know something, some vocabulary, one word. So he kept asking me until I told him. So it was like you can't even hide something that you can know and you don't know. He really, every time he's going to get it. The thing that you don't know, he's getting.
Okay, fine. Thank you for the feedback. I would like to only say that it's not only me, it's LITE. We have the technology. Yeah. Everyone, every teacher has the technology. How to do this, how to find something what the student doesn't understand and how to make him feel more like in energy. So okay, so thank you very much Vojta once more, and good luck with English. Come back and maybe you will be a teacher one day.
Well, I'm actually considering being.
See, you will be a teacher maybe. Okay, thank you Vojta.
Thank you, Jeff.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Začněte také mluvit anglicky. Třeba ve třídě New York, na takovýchto židlích, třeba s takovými spolužáky. Vedení školy vám přeje mnoho úspěchu. Přijďte na ukázkovou hodinu www.lite.cz.